Hi, my name is Madeline Hodge, and I did my foreign policy memo on acts of terrorism in the modern era. Terrorism started in the early 1st century with a splinter group of Jewish zealots called the Sicarii. The zealots' cause was to fight against the Roman occupation of the Middle East, and led by Judas of Galilee, they said that they should only be ruled by God. The Sicarii, in an extremist sect within the Zealots, exclusively killed Jewish traitors and collaborators who were funneling secret information to the Romans. President George W. Bush, in his address to the nation after 9/11, solidified the position of the United States on terrorism. It will not end until every terrorist group of global reach has been found, stopped, and defeated. September 11, 2001 began our war on terror, which led to troops being deployed to various stations and countries of the Middle East in an attempt to cut terrorism off at the root. This was effective to a point, but terrorist groups continue to take hold in every corner of the world, with or without religious affiliations. Events like the shooters in a Norwegian children's camp in 2011, the attack on the Charlie Hebdo magazine in early 2015, and the various hostage situations and explosions in Paris are just some examples of terrorism in the last 5 years. For my state actor, I am using the United States. In 2013, President Obama ended the global war on terror and instead decided to shift the focus of the intelligence community to specific groups that are targeting America and its interests. This includes, but is not limited to, ISIS in the Middle East, Boko Haram in Nigeria, and Hezbollah in Iraq. For my non state actor, I am using the views of Donald Trump as explained throughout his presidential campaign. In a campaign press release, he has expressed his view that the United States government ban all Muslims from entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on. Per the United States mantra, we don't negotiate with terrorists. In this, the United States has tried to find a middle ground between the liberalist and realist theories. One goal is to establish democracy throughout the world and free the world's population from fear of terror. The liberalist theory of civility and progress is threatened by the violence that terrorism inevitably brings. This discord is remedied by the presence of the realist theory, which states that the government can and will use military force to accomplish the end goal of peace. This power of military is used to protect and further America's interests. Donald Trump, as many of you know, is very outspoken on the recent acts of domestic and international terrorism. He has been quoted as saying, "Isn't it interesting that the tragedy in Paris took place in one of the toughest gun control countries in the world?" Following the attack on the French magazine Charlie Hebdo in January. This old Twitter post has resurfaced of late when French Ambassador Gérard Arrou called Trump out for lacking human decency. His views correlate well with the constructivist theory, which focused on the social construction of groups instead of the outside factors that affect the acts of those groups. His stance also says that he would appreciate the knowledge that everyone has the ability to defend themselves in any way, whether that be everyone carrying guns or closing the borders to protect America. For my final questions, I ask you, which policies do you think have the possibility of the best outcome? Would these policies work for the rest of the world or just America? Thank you.